morning, sunshine. Bonjour, la vie. It is so good to be back with you. It is also quite good to be back home, even if it's raining outside. So, yeah, changes for today. But I'm really happy to be back and to be talking to you this morning. At least morning for me. I told you over the last 2 weeks, first of all, the importance of understanding and connecting to your heart and knowing how to connect to your heart and how to listen to your heart. Then I told you last week, how to use your natural guidance system, your gut feelings. And today I'd like to tell you how to say no. And because we're speaking about the freedom of speech, the freedom of thought, but what about the freedom of saying no? So many of us, and I was one like that, and I'm still training on being better at that, we're so used to please others before pleasing ourselves. Or we've been educated in this sense, of saying yes and always being there for others. Or, our limiting beliefs, all the limitations that we put ourselves, and we say yes much too quickly before we even think about it or before we even listen to our gut feelings or to our natural guidance system. So how does that work? Well, first of all, as you've trained on that, your natural guidance system, what is it? When you feel tension, then it is a no. And it's no reason to say yes. It's a no, a full no. And so gut feeling the tension. Is it easy? Do you feel well? Then it's a yes. Say yes lovingly and happily to whatever is here in front of you or to the suggestion you're getting. And otherwise, if there's any tension, even a slight tension, say no. And how to say no when you've been used all your life to say yes? Well, there's a few ways to do. And I'm going to tell you a few things you could do, but I also have a long list of 25 ways of saying no, which I've learned with Janet Atwood. But this is for later in doing this video. So how did that go? When someone, for example, very easy, asks you for lunch and just connect with your gut, connect with your natural guidance system, connect with your heart, and just feel. Do you feel at ease or do you feel a slight tension? It's not exactly the right time, the right day, or you've promised your children to be home or whatever you have in life. Then say no. Say no with love. And if you have the tendency, as I had first, to say yes, very quickly before even thinking, before even connecting, then just say, I have to check. I have to check with my family. I have to check with my husband. I have to check with my agenda. Take some time for you. Take some time to say yes or no. If you don't feel this gut feeling, if you're not used to use your natural guidance system. So take some time before you answer. And if you've ever answered yes and you come back home or you're on the way, you leave the person and you're in your car and you're thinking, why did I say yes again? Or to whatever, it could be a project, it could be something your boss asked you, then go back to your decision. Allow yourself to respect yourself, to say yes to yourself, meaning listening to your feeling and saying no to others. This is about self-love. This is about learning how to put yourself on the first priority, which is so important in life. So, to summarize a bit, first of all, listen to your gut feelings, use your natural guidance system. Is there tension? Then it's a no. If you cannot say no right away because you don't feel like saying no, you're not sure about that feeling, just take time. Find an excuse. It's not an excuse. Find a way, but very easy ways. I have to check my agenda. I have to check my calendar. I have to check with someone, or even if it's only checking with yourself, And I'm going to come back to you tomorrow. That's the easy thing you can say someone. And then just listen to your gut feelings and say no. Thank you for inviting me, and no. or I don't feel like it, and no. Or, I'd like to please you, and no. Don't find any excuse. It's a no. Why would you find, and we lose ourselves in excuses very often. So don't justify yourself why you say no. You don't feel like it, you don't feel good, it's not the right time, it's not the right day, and just no. So anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you today. Train on that. Train on saying no without justification. I love you, and no. Thank you for the invitation, and no. I'd like to please you, and no. Anyway, I have a long list of all those ways of saying no. And if you want to get that list, just comment that video and I'll send it to you. I need to have your name or your email address or your phone number, whatever, in order to be able to send it to you. So comment that video, put your email address, put whatever you want, connect with me privately if you prefer, and I'm very happy to send you that long list, or that 25 ways of saying no, which I've also been trained on, and I'm still training on this. And by the way, this is something I'd like to tell you, and this is something we're going to train in the self-love retreat I'm organizing with a friend of mine in October, mid of October in Switzerland. So if some of you are living close to Switzerland, close to Zurich or close to Interlaken in Switzerland, then go on my website. You will find more information about the event, the retreat, and it's a full 2.5 days retreat where we're going to learn how to love ourselves much more. And this is one of the things we're going to learn, is how to say no. Besides learning how to love ourselves, we're also going to learn with Karen how to feed ourselves more properly and love ourselves through food, through meditation, through yoga. It's a full program, and I really invite you to have a look on my website, onlinecancercoach.com, to find more information. Anyway, train to say no, love yourself, respect your gut feelings, and I'm really looking forward to speaking to you next week and to being with you next week on the same day, on Monday morning for me here in Switzerland. You take care of yourself, have a wonderful, passionate week, and talk to you next week. Take care, bye.